All right, guys, I'm doing another two video collab. And this is confirmation that Dominik Mysterio is going to be betrayed by Finn Balor before WrestleMania. Now, if you guys want to subscribe to Suplex Saga, here's a screenshot right here. And I have my thoughts, but I'm going to just save it during the video and after the video. Okay, so let's get started.
Did Finn Balor just betray Dominik Mysterio right before WrestleMania 41? And Dominik didn't even notice. Judgment Day is heading into one of the biggest matches of the year, but things might be falling apart from the inside. Let's break down the subtle but shocking betrayal that could change everything. Welcome back to Suplex Saga, where we bring you the biggest betrayals, boldest moments, and the real stories behind the ropes. If it's happening in WWE or AEW, we're breaking it down right here. Dominik Mysterio is gearing up for one of the biggest matches of his career at WrestleMania 41, a Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental Championship match against Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, and Penta. But before he even steps into the ring, he may have already been betrayed by someone in his own faction. It all started before Raw, when Adam Pearce announced the high-stakes title match. Fans were thrilled to see Dominik included, thanks in large part to Liv Morgan, who made sure he wasn't overlooked after Finn Balor seemed to only be focused on himself. Balor has been pursuing the Intercontinental title like it's his personal right. But when confronted with Dominik's inclusion in the match, Balor tried to play it cool, saying it didn't matter who won as long as the title came back to the Judgment Day. Liv Morgan forced him to say it, but something fell off. Then came the moment of subtle betrayal. Balor told Dominik that he wouldn't be at ringside during his match against Penta, claiming it was because Dom could handle it on his own. On the surface, it looked like confidence. But underneath, it was clear Balor was distancing himself. Carlito, interestingly, stepped in and offered to support Dominik instead, a sign that the dynamic inside Judgment Day is shifting fast. The twist? Dominik didn't even catch the betrayal. He smiled, thinking Balor had his back, and that everything was business as usual. But the writing's on the wall. Balor isn't planning on sharing the spotlight, and WrestleMania 41 could be where the cracks explode. Will Dominik realize what's happening before it's too late? Or will this backstage power struggle cost Judgment Day the Intercontinental title? The Judgment Day is heading into WrestleMania as one of WWE's most dominant forces. But internal betrayal could bring the whole thing crashing down. Will Dominik catch on before Balor takes everything for himself? Or is it already too late?
Yeah, it's too late. You know, it's just a little too late. All right, we're going to get to the next video where the betrayal is confirmed. So the last video wasn't, but this one is. So let's check it out.
Hey, wrestling fans. What's good? Welcome back to Suplex Saga, the place where we break down the wildest stories and biggest mysteries in WWE. Today, we've got something huge to talk about. Here's the hook, and trust me, it's a wild one. WrestleMania 41 is a big one for Finn Balor, Dominik Mysterio, and the Judgment Day. The Prince and Dirty Dom will both be vying for a chance to become Intercontinental Champion. They will be in the ring with Penta and the current champion, Braun Breaker. Balor could be the one to emerge victorious after betraying his teammate with the help of a returning WWE star. Who's that returning star? McDonagh, Finn Balor's buddy, who's been off TV since January after a nasty injury. Word is he might show up at WrestleMania 41 to help Balor win the Intercontinental Championship and pull off a crazy betrayal against Dominik Mysterio. This is just a theory right now, no one's confirmed it, but it's got the wrestling world buzzing. And we're going to unpack it all today. Picture this. WrestleMania 41, April 19th to 20th, 2025, in Las Vegas. The Intercontinental Championship is up for grabs in a Fatal 4-Way match. Finn Balor, Dominik Mysterio, Penta, and champ Braun Breaker all fighting it out. It's going to be chaos. And this twist with McDonagh could make it one of the biggest moments of the night. So, Suplex Saga fam, get ready. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new, and let's jump into this mystery together. Alright, let's set the stage. The Intercontinental Championship match at WrestleMania 41 is a Fatal 4-Way. 4 guys in the ring at once, no teams, just straight-up action until someone gets pinned or taps out. It's wild, unpredictable, and perfect for drama. So, who's fighting for the title? Let's break it down. First up, the champ, Braun Breaker. This guy's a beast, big, strong, and fast. He's the son of wrestling legend Rick Steiner, and he's been crushing it as Intercontinental Champion. His spear is deadly, and he's not afraid to throw people around. He's young, hungry, and wants to keep that belt at WrestleMania. Next, we've got Penta, or Pentagon Jr., if you know him from his lucha days. He's new to WWE, but already making waves. Penta's a high flyer from Mexico, famous for his crazy moves and hard-hitting style. He's got this Ciro Miedo catchphrase, no fear, and he's chasing his first WWE title. WrestleMania 41 could be his big moment. Then there's Finn Balor, aka the Prince. This guy's a legend, former Universal Champion, NXT Champion, you name it. He's part of the Judgment Day, that dark, edgy group with Dominik, Mysterio, and others. Finn's smooth in the ring, got that killer coup de grace move, and he's been dying to win another singles title. Could this be his shot? And finally, Dominik Mysterio, Dirty Dom. He's Rey Mysterio's son, but don't let that fool you. He's a bad guy now, rocking with the Judgment Day. Dom's come a long way from being the kid in his dad's storylines. He's sneaky, scrappy, and this is his first big singles title match at WrestleMania. Here's the thing, Finn and Dom are in the Judgment Day together, so you think they team up in this match. But what if they don't? What if Finn's got a secret plan, and McDonagh's the key? Before we get to that, let's talk about why the Judgment Day might be falling apart. Okay, Suplex Saga fam, let's talk about the Judgment Day. This group's been awesome. Finn Balor, Dominik Mysterio, Liv Morgan, and until recently, McDonagh. They wear all black, act all cool and mysterious, and usually have each other's backs. But lately, things are getting messy. It all started when McDonagh got hurt back in January 2025. He was in a tag match against the War Raiders, huge guys who hit hard. went for a moonsault off the top rope, missed, and crashed onto the announce table. The doctors checked him out, and it was bad. Broken ribs and a punctured lung. That's when he disappeared from TV, leaving the Judgment Day a man down. Since then, Dom's been trying to take charge. He's been talking to Liv Morgan about adding new people to the group, maybe Penta, maybe someone else. But Finn's not cool with it. On a recent Raw, Finn got in Dom's face, saying, "This is my crew, you don't call the shots." Dom just smirked and walked off, and the fans noticed. There's tension, and it's only getting worse. Last week, they teamed up to face Penta and Breaker. They won, but after the match, Finn went to GM Adam Pearce to demand a title shot. Meanwhile, Liv was pushing Pearce to give Dom a shot instead. Finn heard about it and wasn't happy, called Dom a backstabber backstage. You can see where this is going, right? Now imagine WrestleMania 41. Finn and Dom are in the ring together, supposed to work as a team. But what if Finn's had enough? What if he decides Dom's more trouble than he's worth? That's where McDonagh comes in.
I'm amazed he's not talking about Liv Morgan. I mean, Liv Morgan might be trouble too. He might, she might betray Dom at WrestleMania if that happens, but not, then yeah, you'll have JD by your corner, but the question is what's going to happen next? If Liv and Dom end up being with each other afterwards, then yeah, maybe you can do I'm trying to think, Finn and JD can work together, and Liv and Dom can work together, and Carlito and Raquel can work together. Everybody just go their separate ways, but I don't think that's going to happen when Raquel and Liv are still tag team champions. But the titles might change. But if that happens, then most likely that push don't mean nothing. So let's just keep going. He's going to talk about the history of JD and Finn's relationship.
What if JD returns, helps Finn win the title, and they turn on Dom together? It'd be a shocker, and it's not as crazy as it sounds. Let's talk about JD next, because his comeback could change everything. So, who is JD McDonagh, and why is he such a big deal here? JD's a wrestler from Ireland. Real name, Jordan Devlin. He's tight with Finn Balor. They trained together years ago, and Finn brought him into WWE. JD joined the Judgment Day in 2023, and he's this scrappy, tough guy who's not afraid to fight dirty. But back in January 2025, things went wrong. In that match against the War Raiders, JD tried a moonsault, a flip off the top rope. He didn't land right, smashed into the announce table, and got seriously hurt. Broken ribs, hurt like crazy, and a punctured lung? That's when air gets into your chest and makes it hard to breathe. He's been out ever since, over 3 months now. Here's the good news. Reports from wrestling sites like PW Insider say JD's healing up. They're guessing he could be back by late April 2025. WrestleMania 41 is April 19th to 20th, so it's super close, maybe even cutting it too close. But WWE loves surprises, right? Edge came back after 9 years. John Cena's popped up out of nowhere. If JD's ready, he could show up at Mania. JD's been dropping hints too. On Twitter, he posted a snake emoji after Finn lost a match to Breakker, like he's mad at someone, maybe Dom. Then, earlier this month, he tweeted, "Can't wait to get back in the ring." Fans are losing it, saying stuff like, JD's returning at Mania. Is he cleared to wrestle? We don't know for sure. It's all rumors right now. But if he is, and he helps Finn betray Dom, it'd be huge. Think about it. JD's been gone, watching Dom try to take over the Judgment Day. Maybe he's pissed. Maybe he and Finn have been planning this. It's a long shot. Those injuries were rough, but wrestling's full of comebacks. Let's imagine how it could go down in the match next, because this is where it gets fun. Alright, let's paint the picture. WrestleMania 41 Night 1, the Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental Championship. The bell rings, and it's madness. Braun Breakers tossing people around with suplexes. Penta's flying off the ropes, hitting arm drags and kicks. Finn and Dom start off working together. They double-team Breakker, slam him into the corner, and then turn on Penta. The crowd's loud, loving the action. Mid-match, things heat up. Dom tries his 619 move on Breakker, spins through the ropes, but Breakker catches him and slams him down. Finn's watching, climbs the top rope for his coup de grace, that big stomp he does. Dom gets up, grabs Finn's leg like he's helping, but then pulls him off. Finn crashes to the mat, looks at Dom like, "What the heck, man?" Dom just laughs. Classic Dirty Dom. Then it happens. The lights flicker, and JD McDonagh's music hits. Boom. He runs down the ramp, slides into the ring with a steel chair. The crowd's going nuts. Breakker charges, but JD smacks him with the chair. Wham. Penta tries a dive, JD ducks, and Penta crashes. Dom's yelling, "What are you doing?" JD swings, cracks Dom right in the back. Dom's down, rolling in pain. Finn gets up, looks at JD, and smirks. They're on the same page. Finn climbs the ropes again, hits coup de grace on Penta. 1, 2, 3. Finn Balor's the new Intercontinental Champion. JD raises Finn's hand, the title's gleaming, and Dom's out cold. Finn grabs a mic. Judgment Day's mine, now Dom's out. The fans are shocked, screaming, some cheering, some booing. It's perfect. Finn gets the gold, JD's back with a bang, and Dom's betrayed. Maybe Dom's been too cocky, trying to run the group, and Finn's done with it. JD's
Well, you gotta blame Liv for that, because she's the reason why he's acting like that.
return ties it all together. Loyal to Finn, not Dom. It'd set up a big story too. Dom versus Finn after Mania. But is this real, or just a cool idea? Let's figure that out next. Okay, Suplex Saga fam, let's be honest. Is this JD McDonagh twist possible, or are we dreaming? Here's why it could work. First, JD's return timing lines up. Late April's close to WrestleMania. If he's healthy, WWE could surprise us. Second, the Judgment Day's falling apart. Finn and Dom are fighting, and a betrayal makes sense. Third, Finn and JD are real-life friends. Finn trained JD, so them teaming up feels right. But there's stuff against it too. JD's injuries were bad, broken ribs, and a punctured lung take time. Even if he's back by late April, WrestleMania might be too soon. What if he's not cleared? Plus, Dom's the one acting shady. Maybe he betrays Finn instead. Or maybe the Judgment Day stays together, and this match is just a big fight with no twists. Fans are split. On Twitter, someone wrote, JD helping Finn at Mania, best twist ever. Another said, no way, Dom's turning on Finn first. It's 50-50, people love the idea, but no one knows for sure. That's the thing with wrestling. It's all speculation until it happens. Here's my take. It's a long shot, but it'd be awesome. WWE loves big moments at WrestleMania. Returns, betrayals, surprises. JD showing up fits that vibe. Even if he doesn't wrestle, he could just interfere, cost Dom a match, and help Finn win. It's not confirmed. It's just a fun theory.
I mean, I wouldn't say fun, but it is a theory. But however, I do expect JD to come back. But if he do come back, he won't be the only one helping Finn. I mean, what if Liv Morgan helped with him? You know what I mean? So it's gonna be hard to speculate. But this is why I consider this Fatal 4-Way match a main event, because this has a story behind it versus everybody else. It's not really a story. You know what I mean? So, but with this one, it's important. So let's just figure out who gonna betray who. But I do believe that JD will pull up, and I do believe that Liv has to choose. It's either Finn or Dom at WrestleMania. So we'll see, man. I mean, like I said, if JD and Liv help, there you go. But if Liv Morgan help to get Dom to win and JD help Finn to win, then okay. Then we'll just see a divide. But we won't know until next weekend. So y'all get in the comment box and make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And what do you guys think, man? You think JD going to pull up and help Finn Balor to capture the gold? Or do you think that he won't be the only one and Liv is going to help him with him? Or do you think that Liv is going to help Dom win and then help and JD is going to help Finn win, and then it's going to cause a divide between those four? Y'all comment down below and let me know, all right? Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. Boy, this storyline is getting interesting with these theories, aren't they? All right, I'm out.